Saints, sporty greetings and welcome. Yeah, guys, it's just 7 days, 7 more sleeps before the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations will kick off in Morocco. What are you talking about? There's so much going on. Tension also, can you feel it? Shout out to everyone joining me this morning. Yeah, the first time I'm having the live stream in the morning. The first time. Yeah, it's just 12 minutes past the 11 o'clock hour in the United Kingdom. That should be proper noon in Nigeria. So tell me, where you watching me from? That's the ritual. Shout out, welcome again. I just want to take a look at 2025 Africa Cup of Nations and give you updates coming from the camp of the Super Eagles. You know me. I'm still your boy, proudly Austin. Yeah, I'm your main guy. Why not? Good to have you guys join me on TikTok. I see you guys on YouTube. Welcome. On Facebook. Welcome. I just want to let you know how Nigeria is getting ready for the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations. Have you been following the journey of the Super Eagles? You know the story of how they missed out of the 2026 FIFA World Cup. I was your guy throughout that moment, and I was telling you everything. So I've called this one on YouTube, Super Eagles AFCON update. The squad, I was quality. I want to talk about the squad quality and weight of expectation. And that call to action I always do. We the Super Eagles saw in Morocco. My guys on TikTok. You have a different title to the conversation, but it's still about camp updates from for the Super Eagles. Yeah, so Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, welcome. That's the conversation, the weight of expectation. You see Eric Shell there, itching his head. You see Victor Osimhen. You see Super Eagles team. You see Stanley Nwabali looking tired, dejected, but hey, we know Nigerian football fans, football followers, they want their team to always win, whenever they wear that green, white, green color. And that's why I have done a complete, I think about 30 minutes analysis of the Super Eagles squad going to the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations on my YouTube channel. That's the thumbnail you see right there. So go click on it and watch it. I broke down particularly those 5 newcomers. What sort of impact can they give to the Super Eagles squad? Yeah, the weight of expectation. That's something I want to talk about because that's the actual pressure that people are saying, go win. That might just be the reason why you would not win. I listened to the NFF president, Ibrahim Gusso, saying that the target for Eric Shell is to reach the final of the AFCON. I'm saying, what are we talking about? Final of what AFCON? But they did little of that sort of preparation and they reached the final in the last AFCON in Cote d'Ivoire. So there's nothing wrong with having targets, but they must be realistic targets. Yeah, they must be realistic. So I didn't understand where the Nigerian Football Federation they are coming from with that target. The man is still new on the job. Yes, I said so. He's barely 1 year on the job. He has done really well. So for me, I would say no pressure. But hey, he who pays the piper dictates the tune. So good luck to Eric Shell and the Super Eagles. That's why I was saying, be in control of your team, Eric Shell. Be in charge of your team. Don't let people try to tell you what to do. If they are trying to do that, give them a handshake and walk away. Keep your integrity. Keep your respect. Oh, Eric Shell has not been paid for 3 months. Did Eric Shell come out to say it? No. So that's not news to me. That's no story to me. And if you're not being paid 3 months and you're doing the job, then take a walk. You see now, the NFF did not hesitate to come out and say, we want him to get to the final. We want anything short of final. It's not. It is what you sow, you reap, Nigeria Football Federation. Let me be that voice of reason that always remind you guys that it is what you sow, you reap. You guys already know the players invited by Coach Eric Shell for this crucial assignment. That's his scrolling if you're watching on YouTube and Facebook, but for my guys on TikTok, I love you guys. So I'm going to just read it out again. Otherwise, we've moved beyond that stage, but I'll just let you know the players that made the squad for the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations, the Super Eagles squad. As I said, it's already scrolling if you're watching with me on Facebook and YouTube. I just want to try and just get it out because I didn't want to talk much about that list anymore. I just wanted us to, move right, beyond that. But I'll go back for you guys. I'll do it. So yeah, Coach Eric Sekoshel called up 28 players, for this mission, crucial mission. And look, I have said it time and time again that with the senior men's national team, anybody that gets an opportunity, you get that call, come and represent Nigeria. It means you're a professional. I'll leave the criticism, we should be there, we shouldn't be there, to the fans, to the supporters, the followers. But my core function as a media person is just to report what is out there. So let me tell you, just in case you missed it, the 3 goalkeepers, I've got comprehensive analysis also breaking down this squad list on my YouTube channel, on Facebook, on TikTok. So go watch it so you get to understand. The goalkeepers, the regular guy, Stanley Nwabali is right there in the team. Francis Uzoho made a return to the team. You guys have been going here and there saying this and that about Francis Uzoho. He's back in the team. And you know what? He was the first player to touch down in the camp of the Super Eagles right there in Cairo, Egypt. Yes, Stanley Nwabali means business. He's trying to... Now, Francis Uzoho means business. Just trying to tell you guys that I'm back. So yeah, and then there's Amas Obasoie that completes the goalkeepers. And for the defenders, Calvin Bassey is right there. Plays his football with Fulham FC right here in England. Zaidu Sanusi, Semi Ajayi, Bruno Yemachi, Igho Ogbu. I like this one a lot. Solid guy, knows his football. And look, people have come to say this and that. It's not refined, it's not this year, but I like Igho Ogbu's inclusion. I saw him at the Unity Cup. I spoke to him. You could go watch it also on my YouTube channel. And he was pumped up. Representing Nigeria is a big deal. And so super excited that he has an opportunity to do it again for the country. Chidozie was in one of the old guards, been there for quite some time. Plays his football with Nantes FC in France. And I think he also deserves to be in the list. It's bright Osayi-Samuel, plays his football with Birmingham City right here in England. And the new guy that I like this inclusion, I don't like, Ryan Alebioshu. Ryan Alebioshu is the right back, plays his football with Blackburn Rovers in the Championship. Solid guy also, intelligent. I like his going forward. And why I like his inclusion in this list, there's no Ola, Now there is Ryan Alebioshu. It brings good competition to the other guys playing in that position. And the guy has got good youth football experience. Ryan Alebioshu, I think, was in the Arsenal Academy from 2009 or 2010 till about 2022, 23. And now he plays in the Championship with Blackburn Rovers. So that sort of guy has got good football experience already. Longevity, guys. That's what I always say, that we need to catch them young. You see, there's a system and structure right here in England that they are producing talent. So Ryan Alebioshu is just 23 years. This one, we can't even contest his age. We will not even say, oh, let him show us. He's 23, and look at the amount of football that he has already played. I like that inclusion right there. Let's go to the midfielders. My man, all day, every day, I call him the wall. Arguably the most dedicated. Will come from arguably a good player, dedicated, committed to the Super Eagles squad. Wilfred Ndidi, Frank Onyeka, the tank is right there. Fisayo Dele-Bashiru is also in the list. This one got all of you talking. Mohamed Usman is 31 years old, plays his football in Israel, was part of Nigeria's squad to the 2016 Rio Olympics, gave us a magical moment in 2018 when he dazzled in that friendly game against Atletico Madrid. Some persons have blamed Coach Gernot Rohr for not giving Mohamed Usman an opportunity to express his talent, because you guys thought he was the next good thing after Austin JJ Okocha. Skillful, box-to-box player, knows, offensive-minded, decent guy. People are asking questions. What is it that Eric Shell saw that made him call this guy? Now, what is it about Mohamed Usman that he should merit a place in this Super Eagles squad? And if Courtney. There's no Alassane Yusuf who's been with the team. Maybe Chris Santos, Uche should have been given a chance. Somebody who said Peter Agba, it's not bad enough to be in the team. That why this guy is not young. He doesn't really have footballing details currently with his present team in Israel. I support him. Support the team. That's what I'm saying. Do your criticism, do your analysis, but ultimately support the team. That's the guy that the coach called. We just need to support him. So yeah, Mohamed Usman is in there, one of the newbies. Alex Iwobi, top guy, arguably the most capped player in the team. Ebenezer Akinsanmiro. This one I like. Plays his football with Pisa in Italy, on loan from Inter Milan. Also, I think he's about 21, 22. Fantastic player. Good work rate, intelligent, versatile, can play as a central midfielder, as an attacking midfielder, as a right winger. So he's Coach Eric Sekushela has got options with Ebenezer. That's why I like this one. And how many of you know that is the product of Remo Stars? Yes. When I say build the league, when I say take care of the league, when I tell these guys that's the system, that's the structure, I think we don't know what we're saying. It's a product of the league. Yeah. From Remo Stars, we went to Europe. Now you see, the league has given us Ebenezer Akinsanmiro. The league gave us Benjamin Fredericks. There are more players. But leadership must wake up and start doing the right things. We'll get more good players from the home front. People understand to play with hunger, determination, fight for the badge. I'm not saying the current guys don't, but there's just something about when it's homegrown talent. It's 360 degrees branding. Everybody will feel it. The local coaches, the clubs, the academies, parents, the media, even the NFF. Oh yes, the Nigeria Premier Football League board. Everybody will be busy. That's something about talent discovery and development. That's why we shouldn't play with it. So I like that one a lot. Ebenezer Akinsanmiro, I cannot wait to see what they can do with him. If the coach gets it right and he plugs in properly, I think it's a big plus for Nigeria. There's Raphael Onyedika. This one I like. I've said it over and over again. Raphael Onyedika is arguably the best midfielder in Nigeria. Yes, ask me why. He plays Champions League football regularly. Why the coaches don't look at this guy is something I cannot understand. Plays Champions League football. Plays against big teams like Barcelona, Manchester City. Who scored against Manchester City? That's a guy that there's something in him that you have to work. That's Eric Shell. That's your problem. You need to solve it. You cannot have this sort of guy with the experience that is God's, with everything about him that speaks quality, and we're not using him in the Super Eagles. No, there's something wrong. I like Raphael Onyedika, and we must start using him the right way. And another of the newbie, Tochukwu Nnadi, former youth international, played at the Under-20 World Cup in 2023 under Coach Lado and Bosto. Solid guy also, in my opinion, So yeah, makes the list. Let's go to the forwards. Ademola Lookman is right there. Mola, top player, all day, every day, plays football with Atalanta. You know how guys doing. But what do you want me to tell you about Ademola Lookman that you don't know? You know him. The next guy is Victor Osimhen. Victor Osimhen. Victor Osimhen. I tell you, I know they call Victor name one time. That's what he's done to me. Yeah, Victor Osimhen plays football with Galatasaray in Turkey. Top player, arguably the poster boy of the current Super Eagles squad. Plays with admirable passion, determination, commitment, hunger. His drive is insane. Victor Osimhen, take a bow, he's in that team. This one also got me pumped up. When he got into the team, I didn't have much expectation, but he did his thing. OKON-Adams. When you talk about immediate impact, if you really want to know the meaning, go look for OKON-Adams. It will tell you. The guy came into the Super Eagles team and look at your face. Just started, delivering. Shout out to Akko Adams right there. Samuel Chukwueze, Akko Adams, right away, plays football in Spain with Sevilla. Scored a goal just yesterday. They won 4-0. He scored the first goal. And his compatriot, Chidera Ejike, also got a goal. So the Super Eagles, form they bleed. Form they cry. So that's why I'm pumped up this morning, because I like the things that I'm seeing about the team. And they've opened camp right there in Cairo, Egypt. And the numbers pouring in, they look good. But it's Samuel Chukwueze, they play football Fulham. Cyril Dessers, I like Cyril Dessers. I think he's intelligent. I think he can be, very good squad member. I spoke to him also at the Unity Cup. He's also someone who is excited about, representing Nigeria. Hasn't really gone well for him in the last 2 appearances, but this is football where anything can happen. I wish Cyril Dessers all the best at the AFCON. Another newbie, the last one on my list, Salim Fago Lawal, former youth international, played at the Under-20 World Cup in 2023. Under Coach Obasoie, was teammates with Tochukwu Nnadi, top player also. Yes, a lot of you guys have also questioned his inclusion, but the young chaperone, maybe they're no good. So maybe that's what the coach considered. We'll see what he can bring to the team also. Moses Simon is in the experience. You know him, what he can bring to the team. Plays football Paris FC right there in France. Chidera Ejike, I mentioned him earlier, plays football Sevilla. Also very effective, when he's got his moments, good moments. We saw him against Gabon, and how effective it could be, but we don't really see much of that in the next game, but he's in that football. And then the last guy on the list that you have right in front of you is a returnee, Paul Onuachu. Plays his football with Trabzonspor in Turkey. I like Paul Onuachu also, but I think with his style of play, the coaches need to understand what they want to do with him. I don't think Paul Onuachu is about the long cross, let him jump or not. He's very good in the air, but I think he's also good with hold-up play, with good linking, and also it can be a good finisher in the box, So that's a good one, because people have been trying to say Paul Onuachu or Tolu Arokodare and all of those conversations that you guys always bring up. But hey, they're all professionals. You saw what Tolu Arokodare did to Arsenal by the weekend. Did you see? No system and luck Arsenal gets. Tolu Arokodare for Wolves to score his first Premier League goal. So that's it. I've shown you the squad list for the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations. 28 players, that's it right there. I will still leave it to scroll. No, I won't leave it to scroll. Let me just quickly bring this one up. The groups for the AFCON. This is the final draw. Nigeria right there in Group C. They will take on Tunisia, Uganda, and Tanzania. I call it a slippery group. Be careful when you play that sort of group. Carthage Eagles, decent African team. The Cranes of Uganda, they can hurt you anytime if they are playing the best of their football. The Taifa Stars of Tanzania aren't a bad team also in any way, because I've always told you guys, from 2021, I concluded no small teams in African football anymore. Oh yes, if you are in Nigeria and you are still doubting, go and sit down with Ghana. Go and speak to Ghana. Ghana will tell you what small teams have done to them, over the years. So just to put a bit of perspective, background to this conversation. That's why I've started this way, showing you Nigeria's squad list to the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations. I'm showing you the group now. I will still let it flow. I'm just your guy with the information, so walk with me. Why am I doing this? I say I want to give you camp updates from with the Super Eagles. So let's get right into that conversation. The updates for the Super Eagles. That's it. Right there. The Super Eagles camp for the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations opened on Sunday, 14th December at the Renaissance Hotels in Cairo, Egypt. Goalkeeper Francis Uzoho, that's him right there, was the first player to arrive. Whether you guys like him or you don't like him, Uzoho is excited that he is back in the team. Oh yes, who wouldn't be? He's excited that he has a chance to play for the senior men's national team again. And I've got video courtesy the Super Eagles media. That's Coach Eric Shell arriving the hotel in Cairo. And who is behind Coach Eric Shell? You know, the boss needed to get him first. That's him right there, Francis Uzoho. Francis Uzoho was the first player to get in, plays his football with Omonia FC in Cyprus. This guy had so much prospect right after he was, I think, was part of the Under-17 World Cup at the time. He should be like 26 or 27. And things didn't particularly go well for him with the senior men's national team. I think from the 2018 World Cup and then the 2022 FIFA World Cup qualifiers. Guys, you know the story, and now you guys came for Francis Uzoho. But it's good to see him all smiles. Man is ready, all packed up. You can see his luggage. Came prepared to, you know, probably give Stanley Nwabali a big push for the first choice goalkeeper's role. So that's Francis Uzoho and how he got into the Super Eagles camp in Cairo. I will let you see it again, feed your eyes on that, because we're going to listen to Francis Uzoho soon. So Coach Eric Shell, I told you, that's him right there, was as the boss needs to be on ground. You know, the camp opened on Sunday, the 14th of December. And right after that, Francis Uzoho said, hey, call my name. He said, present, first player to arrive the camp, you know. So Francis Uzoho saying, whether you like him, whether you no like him, whether you like him, whether you no like him, the thing be say, I could still dey play football. So yeah, he's still playing for the Super Eagles, and he's right there, you know, getting ready to do his thing. Welcome, Francis Uzoho. Good to see him all smiles, as I said. The man also spoke to the Super Eagles media team, and they shared this video with us, so let me get right into it. But guys, what do you think about Francis Uzoho? I've been asking this question since, and the comments that I get shows that people are still pissed off. In my last trip, someone said, is it not the same Uzoho that told us that he's short-sighted, that he cannot really see balls? How are they calling it, guys? Stop it. He's a professional footballer. He had his moment. I think he gave us good moments too. You know, at the time when we were looking for a good replacement right after the old Vincent Inyama stuff and all, that was when Francis Uzoho popped up and, you know, did his thing when he could do his thing. But, you know, football fans will only remember him for the good times. Francis Uzoho spoke to the Super Eagles media. Listen.
But like, I think I missed the boys. To be honest, I missed the boys. I missed the vibe in the camp, you know, because we've been quite a lot together. And yeah, I think the most noticeable thing I missed is the boys, being around the boys and us being together in all types of challenges. I do once in a while. We do chat, we check up on each other. Yeah, so like, you know, I have my own colleagues that I'm quite closer to. But in general, I do reach out to the boys. I was filled with joy, you know, a joy that I cannot actually express to you right now. But yeah, it was relieving to know that I'm coming back again to be with the boys and to have that same feeling we used to have before, and to represent Nigeria, which is the most important thing. I think anybody that is called up into the national team is ready. You know, if you're not ready, you won't be called up. I think the technical crews, the scouts, they know what they're doing, and for them to call somebody up, they know that the person is ready to represent the country. So basically, I am ready, and if the time comes and the country needs me, I will be ready. I think I was with Amas twice in the national team before I stopped coming. Yeah, so he's a good lad. We were close. I'm close to everybody. And Stanley is my brother, you know. He's my brother. When he came, we were all together. We helped each other. I helped him. He helped me. So Stanley is a good guy, which I have a very close relationship with him. Maybe the people outside don't see it, but personally with him, I'm good with him, and also with Amas.
Yeah, so that's Super Eagles returning goalkeeper Francis Uzoho. Well, look, he's excited. He has missed the boys. He's happy to be back. He has a relationship with Stanley Nwabali. Because people have been saying, oh, they might come and start at their gang things, these old players and all of that. Those things don't happen, guys. Yeah, we used to hear of some of them back in the day, but I think football has changed, and you need to show workings. So he needs to show workings because at the moment, it's Stanley Nwabali that is the first choice goalkeeper. Unless what I've been hearing is true. Remember, the coach of Chippa United told us that Stanley Nwabali is still recovering. He picked up ankle and I think wrist injury from the playoff. But maybe it's a race against time. He will be fine. He will be better. We'll wait to see. But at the moment, Francis Uzoho is excited to be back in the team. Said he knows Obasoie also. When he used to play back in the day, he used to see him. And now the three of them, Stanley Nwabali, Francis Uzoho, and Obasoie, they are the goalkeepers that Nigeria will be taking to the Africa Cup of Nations. And it's important that they all, come together. So I'm scrolling updates for you that you can use as regards what's going on for Team Nigeria at their camp in Cairo after Francis Uzoho. It's just Nwabali that is in my head. How you are missing in action is not a good thing. After Stanley Uzoho touched base, the next person to show that this competition is real, the next guy that arrived the camp of the Super Eagles, that's him right there. It was Stanley Nwabali. Nwabali was the second player to arrive the camp right there in Cairo at the Renaissance Hotel. Look, I like it. I like it so much that these guys, they understand the mission. Yes, I'm not going to be saying win, but it's about time they need to show Nigerians that they mean business with the senior men's national team because the competition is boiling now. That's what it is. The competition is boiling. And we still have young players. There's Okonkwo somewhere for goalkeepers. There's Ovie, Ajayi. I've done specials about Ovie. A former Arsenal player, started at Arsenal at the age of 8. His mom is Uganda. His dad is from Nigeria. So the young generation, these guys know that, if you are not on top of your game, you will struggle to be part of the team. So the first player to reach the camp was Francis Uzoho. Stanley Nwabali was the second. And what I see of Nwabali looks okay. Yeah, carrying his bag, smiling, doesn't look like he's going through any pain. So that's a bit of good news for Nigeria, that we have Stanley Nwabali, looking good, looking fit. And the mission is the AFCON, but they have a practice match against Egypt tomorrow, the 16th. So that's why they're getting ready. They're going to have their first training session this evening, 8 p.m. local time. I need to confirm what that is. So that's why I'm using local time. 8 p.m. They're going to have their training at the Cairo International Stadium. Yeah, so I'm giving you all the information. That's why I say this is where to be. Don't lose me now. It's wrong to lose me now. So if you're just watching me for the first time, you're just discovering my YouTube channel, please subscribe to the channel. Like this video. It's very important. Yeah, like this video. I just want to do this for 1 hour. Talk about the Super Eagles. I'm still monitoring, the camp, see if there are more updates because we're expecting about 7 players to arrive today. I'll tell you the number of players that have arrived, the total number that we'll have in camp. They're going to have that practice match. So please subscribe to the YouTube channel. We're growing. We took this serious about last year, July. And we're close to 13K subscribers. So please subscribe to the channel. Like it. I will be going to the AFCON. Yeah, that's why I say this is where you should be. All of the exclusives, the interviews, what's going on from the camp of the Super Eagles, not just Super Eagles, those guys in our group, because I'm taking a direct flights to Fez. That's where my business is. I'll land in Fez, on the 21st. Our game is on the 23rd. And then we'll kick it off from there. That's why I say you should subscribe to the YouTube channel. What do I do here? Sports, entertainment, and I said so much more because I just want to use this channel to say everything about me. Most of you guys know me as just sports for the guy that does sports on Channels TV and all of that. No, there are other sides of Austin OKON-AKPAN that I just want to show. Yeah, so when you see me interview Davido, don't be shocked. If you see me sitting with Burna Boy, don't be shocked, you know. So this channel is sports, entertainment, and so much more. I don't just want to, you know, limit it to just sports. So that's why you see a bit of entertainment content here and there. Who am I? I like doing this thing, so you have reasons to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm not a content creator. I'm a properly trained, experienced broadcaster. Yeah, that's how I call myself. This is, I don't like, I don't want to say it, but yeah, trained, experienced broadcaster. Practical experience. I understand the full life cycle of information gathering, processing, and dissemination 100%. So I'm not your guy that you start wondering. I've covered 4 World Cups. So when you do 4 times, every 4 years, times 4, there was 20 years of experience alone first. Covered about 3 Olympic Games, Commonwealth Games, about 3 or 4 international competitions and tournaments. I can't count. We'll lose counts, you know. So yeah, I'm your guy. Field experience, presentation, reporting, production. I understand everything. So I'm your man. Yes, I promise you that I'm your man. I am your man. I've been there, done that with sports in Nigeria since 2007, and we're rocking it till date. Yeah. So work with me. Let's do it together for the love of the game. This is the fun factory, you know, and unfortunately, I don't schedule my live stream. You know, I just come on when I have an opportunity to come talk to you guys. So if you find me, you find me. That's why you need to subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications so that when you see me, you see me. Guys, let me know what you think about the update so far. But Francis Uzoho, Stanley Nwabali, everything that I've talked about. So after Stanley Nwabali, who else popped into the camp of the Super Eagles in Cairo, Egypt? Let's go. Let's see them. That's Ajayi right there. Igho Ogbu plays the Super of Slava Prague in Czech Republic. See that guy down there? Yeah, Ademola Lookman plays the football with Atalanta. So those 3 guys checked into the Renaissance hotels right there in Cairo, Egypt. And I like the vibe, you know. Life goes on. They didn't qualify for the World Cup, so what? That's the team coordinator, Patrick Pascal's my man. I call him PP. Right there with the team, with the guys, you know, taking them in. More players arrive the camp. That's bright Osayi-Samuel right there. This is football with Birmingham City FC right here in England. Let me see more updates coming for you from the camp of the Super Eagles. I'm monitoring. Let me see. Let me just be sure. The number of players that we have in camp at the moment. So there you have it. Players are arriving. We're getting ready. Serious business. 7 more days to go. So 11 players already in camp. Yeah, was that Zaidu Sanusi? Yeah. Tochukwu Nnadi. I think that was Tochukwu Nnadi with bright Osayi-Samuel. That's the name I was trying to remember. It's one of the newbies, so we need to start getting used to him. So Zaidu Sanusi arrived this morning. This update was about 8 a.m. Nigerian time. So there's Francis Uzoho that I showed you, Stanley Nwabali, Fisayo Dele-Bashiru, Ebenezer Akinsanmiro. Is good to know that he's on ground also. Obasoie. So the 3 goalkeepers on the ground. They see now that nobody's playing again because they know that Nigerian football fans are not smiling. We call camp. Why didn't you come on time? Explain to us you didn't qualify for World Cup. We are not calling for camp and you are coming late because you are what now? Because you are who now? When we are not joking with you again, what's going on? They know we're going to ask questions. So they are now serious. Yeah, so Ajayi is there. Ademola Lookman, you saw him. Bright Osayi-Samuel, you saw him. Igho Ogbu, you saw him when he arrived. Also, Tochukwu Nnadi, you saw him. And then Zaidu Sanusi. So that's the update I got from the Super Eagles media team. 12 more players arriving today. First training session, I told you already, that information is rolling. First training session at 8 p.m. local time. The training will take place inside the main bowl of the Cairo International Stadium. So I told you that I'm your man. This is where you should be. I'll tell you everything that is going on in the camp of the Super Eagles. So that's it. That's the update. Let me bring up. Let's go back to this conversation, the weight of expectation. Guys, do you think the Super Eagles can win this tournament in Morocco? Let's be very objective. Let's be sincere. The NFF say get to final. Can they reach the final? Is it a realistic goal? With everything that we know of Nigeria football, can they reach the final? What do you think about that squad list? That one, people are not smiling. Some people. Who is in that list that shouldn't be there? We can't do anything about it, but we can talk about it. We can analyze it. Who is in that list that shouldn't be there? Yeah, I know. It's tough, but it is what it is. We're getting ready. It's going to really be a big one. I think this AFCON, get ready, guys. Brace up for upsets. And when I say upsets, I'm not even talking about these big guys that we know. The small teams will get us talking. Remember, I've been the one saying these things. You guys think I'm joking. The small teams will get us talking. Will get us talking. We'll see. Small teams will get us talking. Try and bring up this question. Let's get you guys. Stop this one. I'm still waiting for those comments. When those comments come, I'll start reading them and then we'll start getting ready to go. Because I know you guys, by the time you start making me talk now, I'm not going to leave here 2 hours. Let's talk about this. Can the team win the tournament in Morocco? Super Eagles. You think they can win the team? They can win the tournament in Morocco? Because I don't think we're that solid at the last edition. But somehow Nigeria made it to the final and got this close to winning it. I think we played the shittiest football tactics ever, but somehow Jose Pizarro and his team made it to the final. I still can't say, okay, this is what made it happen for us. That's why tournament football can be so funny. Is that why the NFF believe that they can make it to the final? I'm just here wondering, but that's the conversation. Even when I end this live stream, that's the conversation. Can the Super Eagles win Africa Cup of Nations in Morocco? That's the question I'm asking. I'll take that off for now and bring up this one. Let's bring it back. Yeah. So let me talk to my people. So this is the time I want to give to you guys. You know, I always say that this is your show. It's not me. I just come here to give you what you want. Adewale Ibrahim, I see you. Hello. Yeah, it's greeting me to the highest things. Hello. Kufre, what's going on? I feel the video will open this year's AFCON. The video will open the AFCON. I like the video. So, yeah, if it's the video, why not? Wherever. Just let the games begin. Just give us our football. That's what we are waiting for. Kufre, Austin Abadi, you call my brother. What's going on? Tell me. Where's the money? What do you think, Kufre? Can the Super Eagles win the AFCON in Morocco? That's what's up right now. So talking about, I see my people on TikTok. Let me get right into it. Unfortunately, I'm still using a different device for TikTok. But yeah, I see you guys. Aero King, I see you. In football, anything is possible. At times, luck can just see you through and not team play. But that's what I'm saying. As Nigeria, as the Super Eagles, we should be winning by design. With system, structure, not luck. Yes, I know luck can happen, but let it be by design. We did this, we got here, we made progress, we moved. So I've been shouting, planning, and organizing to the NFF because this will to the answer, fire brigade approach, just do it anyhow. It can't work for us all the time. Yeah. See, that was how far luck could take us to the final. And that was it. The Suf, Adenoy, I see you. Hello, Austin. How are you, bro? Tell me what's going on with you and the AFCON and the Super Eagles. Mali, how are you doing? I'm awesome. I'm great. Yeah, Mali says no system in Nigeria. That's the problem. That's the problem. We must build systems. The first place to start is the grassroots, the schools, the communities. Pump up the excitement, invest, build quality infrastructure, train coaches. Not just to go to tournaments. Work. Yeah, I agree. We lack systems. When you tell these people, oh, you're just criticizing us, you just like, you just do the right things. Build system. I told you guys I was going to the World Cup in Qatar, and then I passed through Istanbul to go to Doha, and I met this guy who works in the French team, the backroom staff, and we started talking about French football. Of course, when you meet these people, oh, how is JJ, how is Kanu, how is Peter Rufao? They know our players back in the day because they were fantastic. They were admirable ambassadors, role models. So after we finished talking about the class of 94 team, I started saying, well, your country is struggling. I don't think you guys can do well at this World Cup. And he was like, why? Why do you say so? I said, we don't have Nkunku, we don't have N'Golo Kante, there's no Pogba, there's no this, there's no that. You remember that World Cup, the French team had about 10 quality players out with injuries, and we're wondering how they're going to cope. You know what he told me? He said, relax, my dear, my brother. We have a system with confidence. I will never forget that guy. He said, we have a system. And we did it. The chance is plug and play. It's plug and play. Build a system and it's plug and play. That is what whoever is coming to the team will need to understand. It's a design. If they need to alter it, they might just alter it. Those of you who are into project management, you know the methodologies. It's agile. Oh, we need to do so. That's why it's flexible. It allows for change. It changes when they want to. It's not stiff. It's not waterfall. I don't get into project management. But that was it. He said, Austin, we have a system. They were defending champions. Did France not reach the final? Was France not this close to win the last World Cup? Guys, tell me now. I was right there at the stadium watching the final. Arguably the best football match I've watched in my entire life. And I bless God that I did not say, oh, Nigeria didn't qualify, and then I sat in my house and didn't go for that World Cup. I would have regretted all my life. That was the best football final I've ever watched, the best stadium experience. We're watching Messi, Mbappe, top players, having a goal, scored 6 goals, and took it to penalties. I kept remembering that guy. So we have a system. And they reached the final. Not be saying, yeah, football, played good football to really find. Even Argentina lost their opening game to Saudi Arabia. So we can even put small love for them. But this French thing, systemic football. So yeah, my brother, I agree. That's what we should keep doing. Let me go to TikTok. I see good comments. We lack structure. We lack structure to win tournaments. We should borrow a leaf from Morocco, not rocket. See Morocco, for instance, now. See how Morocco is showing us how you need to first learn how to crawl before you walk, and then you run, then you fly. System. You can tell that's a design. They didn't just wake up and flap their wings and say, oh, now we can fly. 20-year plan led by the king. 360 degrees branding. Grassroots, infrastructure, the people, women's football, and the Atlas Lions. And everybody they feel out. Who is the current under-20 world champion? Ask me, you know your football. Which country is the current champion? There are women back-to-back WAFCON final. There are women knockout phase in the World Cup. I mean, 10 years ago, did you know anything about Moroccan women's football? System, step by step, design. Oh, after this, we go to this. Have timelines, progressive timelines. Have break things down into objectives towards a bigger milestone. But no, Nigeria will just say, we have all the old big players in Europe now. Why are we planning? We'll just go and win it. Did we not reach the final of the last AFCON? The same team that reached the final of the last AFCON cannot qualify for the World Cup in a group that had Lesotho, Zimbabwe, South Africa, Rwanda, Benin Republic. So I was telling someone that it was our poor performance that gave South Africa and Benin Republic form. Because when you don't do well, you ginger your opponents to start doing well. Yeah, I agree with you, Emmy. Yeah, see their female team by Sherlock, they lost in the finals. Exactly, they went 2-2. They played us. Yeah, let's not agree that the Super Falcons are a fantastic team. But let's not be quick to now start shouting. That Super Falcons team, check the bulk of the players doing well. Because they've got, I don't want to make that talk. You guys, you see now, whenever you talk development, I become very passionate because that's my core. I live for development. I live for progress. Development is a gradual movement towards advancement, gradually. But we just want to wake up. Big building, wow, it comes up. Oh, wow, magic. Railway systems, wow. That's why we never achieve anything. Yeah, let's get back to the comments. Dr. Walker, thanks so much. I pray we use this friendly with Egypt to test our new players and see what they are made of ahead of the AFCON, including Obasoie as goal. I agree. Taiwo Konade, is this live? Of course, Taiwo, whenever you see me come here to talk Nigeria football, wearing this Nigeria Football Federation outfit, which is my uniform, and I wear my proudly Austin cap, it is live. It is live. You see right there. It's shown live. So I come live when the Spirit says, Austin, go talk about this. So I woke up and I wanted to do a recording, give an update of what's going on in the camp of the Super. I said, I'm not spoken to my people in 2 days because I was busy over the weekend. Let me come talk to them. So you guys will get a double whammy. I'll do this morning and I'll come back at night. And then Wednesday, that's why you should subscribe and turn on notifications. He hasn't promised, but I've spoken to Tijani Babangida. Those of you who know Nigeria football, that's a legend right there, true and true. You know, he has a book. Something about that. She told me the title of that book. Well, it's written in Dutch at the moment. Bringing the English version. So I'll talk to him about that book. About Between the Shadows and let me not mess it up. When I confirm Tijani Babangida for Wednesday, I'll let you guys know tonight. And then we can have that conversation. You know, I learn a lot when I speak to the guys from the golden generation of Nigeria's football, the 90s. Look, nobody would tell me anything about the 90s. Our football witnessed good things in the 90s. And if you check, it was the gradual movement from the 70s. We won the AFCON in the 80s. We consolidated with it. Even the class of 94 that we praised, the work started from, I think, 86 down to 94. 94 carried that success story and the little structure there was already shaking small. Carried it into 2002, 2012 football that apparently did. Someone was asking, now win AFCON in 2013. How did we win the AFCON in 2013? It was structure. Was it by design? What was our football like? God bless his soul, the big boss. He had the winning mentality because, of course, he's coming from that class where they did the right things. You know? Yeah. Let me reach on TikTok. I played Miss Fun. I was discovered by Tony Ake. So what I'm talking about? Developmental football is gone. That time, remember Miss Fun? We were coming from the academicals, the Principal's Cup, Youth Fun, community football. Check most of our stars. School sports was a thing. Community football. There were the academies back in the day now, community clubs. people followed it religiously. Thank you so much, Aero King, and you guys are really making this conversation. So my guys on TikTok are rolling. Let me bring in my guys on Facebook and my guys on YouTube too, because right now with the comments at TikTok they carry first. Aero King, for developmental purposes, catching them young, bring back the primary and principal school. Exactly. They've commercialized everything. That's the problem. What is in it for me? So everything now is money, 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 money. Nobody is thinking. And you see, when you're dealing with the grassroots, you have to think long term. You need to take it. It's not for profits. It's 10 years, 20 years time I start saying it. See Ryan Alebioshu. I told you the guy is 23, has been playing since for Arsenal youth team since 2010. Do the maths now to show you since when the guy's been active with football. Now he plays for Blackburn. At 23, he's been called to the Super Eagles. He no play. Still gets 7 years of active international football if he still stays with Nigeria. And club football, he still has minimum of 10 to 15 as a defender. That's what catching them young does. But no, we just want to wake up. Yeah, so Taiwo, it is live. Whenever you see me live, join the conversation. Thank Taiwo. He says he's watching from Dublin. Guys, tell me where you're watching me from. I like knowing where you're watching me from. Emmanuel Etu. Hi, the great. Hello, the greatest. Like when my guy is there with me. Jim Otoib on Facebook. I also love it when I get comments from Facebook because my Facebook people, you guys show me so much love on my content. When I post it like this, I just turn my face. 20,000 views, 30,000 views. You guys make comments and you share it. Thanks so much, Jim. I see the emoji. Hi, with the love struck emoji. Love football, Nigeria. That medal there, is it gold or bronze? Because it's looking like bronze. And then the trophy. Yeah, so if I'm to interpret those emojis, you're wishing Nigeria can win the trophy. We'll see. I say South African in here. That must be South African name. Imbodzini Muturana. I don't think Nigeria can win AFCON. Do you think that South Africa can? Do you think South Africa can win the AFCON? If you face me, I will face you. Yeah, that's your thinking. We'll see. Well, we said it that tournament football can be funny, so we'll see. Desire 9053. Hello, boss. You're completely right. Country is corrupt. Duke. We do not know much about Usman. I told you, Usman and the football details that he's got, went to the Rio 2016 Olympics. Mikel Obi was in that team. William Trustekong was in that team. Daniel Akpeyi was in that team. It was a pretty decent team. They went through a lot, got stranded in Atlanta. Coach Samson Siasia was their coach. And then they got to Brazil on the day of their match. Who remembers that story? So I'm saying. See what I'm saying? When you don't plan, you have planned to fail. I can't see what national team goes through with top players. Ogenekaro was in that team. Just imagine the nonsense. Yeah, but they won bronze, and Usman Mohammed was in that. I think he played 3 or 4 matches at that Olympics. And then after that, I told you that dribble, that dazzle. Okay, you guys want me to go and bring that video again because I love you guys so much. Let me show you what Usman did in 2018, May 2018. That got him really popular. People started talking about him. People knew him after he scored that magical goal against Atletico Madrid. It was a friendly game. And, you remember that story. Tell me in the comment section. Tell me you remember what Usman did. I'm trying to get the video out so you guys can see it. If you're watching on TikTok and you want to see this video and these highlights that I've been playing, you can come on YouTube. On YouTube, I'm still proudly Austin. I just search my name, Austin OKON-AKPAN, and you can be part of it. I can even bring you on to talk if you want to talk about the Super Eagles and how they're getting ready for for the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations. They have a friendly match coming up against Egypt, the practice match, for the AFCON on the 16th. That's tomorrow. So, yeah. So the camp opened on Sunday, yesterday. Players are getting into camp. We have 11 players in camp now. And they will have their first training session today, 8 p.m. local time. So just in case you don't know, now you know. We're expecting 7 more to arrive today. So as I get those updates, I'll give it to you. When I end this live stream, I'm going to, start putting together the updates to come back. I think I should be back at 7 or 8 p.m. I don't schedule my live stream, and that's deliberate because I don't just want to get the same people watching me over and over again. So the best thing to do is to turn on notifications, subscribe to the channel, so that when I come live, you get to see me and you can be part of the show. And for those of you who are not new to my live stream, in the evenings I open it up for you guys. I make it your show. I'm looking for this guy. Where did I keep him? So just to clear doubts, I know a lot of people don't know Mohamed Usman, but look, I don't want to look like, Austin is selling this guy, Austin, because you guys will come and start saying this, saying that. All I know is that he's a professional footballer and he has played football to a point that Coach Eric Shell believes that he's good enough to be part of the team, and he's in the team, I know he started his football with Ranches. He's 31 years old. He played in Nigeria. I know Taraba FC is in there. Then he went to Israel. He just moved to Iranis Tiberias. He has not played for them, but he's a good player. So Duke Chidundu, this is what I'm talking about. This is Mohamed Usman.
And an opportunity for these Nigerians here, and that should be the equalizer. That's a fantastic goal that was! What a goal that was! Absolute mayhem in the stadium here.
This was 22nd May 2018 that friend.
Again, they've given the ball away.
I know people came for me, even Ayoti, of Eagles Tracker. Ayoti said, Austin, you are showing us something that they did in 2018. That what is that, and all of that. But he did it, and he's still a professional footballer. And I've seen his reels, I've seen his highlights. Man, isn't that bad. Look, football can be funny. When you think you know football, you get stunned. I always say, look at 2013. People criticized Sunday Mba being part of that team. I remember so well, not just Sunday Mba. We criticized Godfrey Obabona, Kenneth Omeruo, Juwon Oshaniwa. We criticized the own best players. They turned out to be the guys that got us talking. Sunday Mba scored the winning goal in the final. Football is like that. You never say never. You just don't know where it's going, so you cannot just jump up and say, oh, this is not good, that is this player is not this. Just support them, Some players, they blossom when they're after 20, Thank God you're witnessed Ibrahimovic. So it's not as if I'm saying you saw when he started really playing football. Even in the 30s. I'm just trying to support our own. That's what I'm trying to do. More people will come for me again. I'm still supporting this guy. I'm just reporting. Leave me alone. I'm just reporting. Let me see. Okay. I want to get more comments on TikTok, so let's keep it. Let's keep it going. See, I've done 1 hour. I said I don't want to stay beyond an hour. See, so. Let's give it 10 more minutes, shall we? 10 more minutes. I'll wrap it up. I'll just read comments and then I'll wrap it up. See, Duke again saying, I see Morocco making waves. Yeah, good team. Their records, their stats is frightening as a team. They're solid. They're building. They're hosting. They have the current African Footballer of the Year in Ashraf Hakimi. Morocco, very, very decent team. Yeah. So you can't put it away from them. But look at what I have called this live stream. The weight of expectation. It can drown anybody. That's what we build pressure. That's what might just finish Morocco. Yeah, the weight of expectation. Sometimes it's so unrealistic. Your fans might just think that, oh, they want this, they want that, and then start affecting the team. So yeah, thanks so much. I see all the support I'm getting on TikTok. Thank you, Tina. Thank you, Aero King. Thank you. We need to pump up the likes. Let's see if we can get the likes to 15K on TikTok before we leave. That's the only way to keep the page active. Let's see if we can get it up to 15K. But shout outs, I see everyone supporting the live. Thanks so much. I appreciate the love. Emmy Rich, thanks so much for your comments. Let me take two on Emmy Rich. Does the FIFA law prevent the NFA from audits? We need to clean the system. No, the FIFA law doesn't. In fact, with the FIFA Goal project, they give you money in phases. So if you don't show them the progress you made with a particular, they've got very big financial integrity team at FIFA. But you know, Nigeria, we always have our way. We have our way. That's why FIFA money is still coming. FIFA grants is still coming because you must give that audit. I think what we need to hold as a country, the people who should hold accountable, is the government. Government must show responsibility, because if you are giving money to the system, don't interfere with their statutes, with their administration. But if I give you 20,000 naira and I say, use this for this, use that for this, use that, at the end of the day, you should show me that you know us now. We are who we are. My brother, we are who we are. Aero King, if you write off Nigeria, then do so at your own risk. Yeah, it's football. Anything can happen. But what I'm preaching is, we as a country, we are bigger than let's just go and play football. Let's go and play purposeful football. Let's go and play football that we build with proper design. Let's go and play football that will be admirable. Let's go and I see us in the 90s and early 2000s now. That's the kind of football I'm saying we should be playing. We shouldn't just go and lift trophy. Even when Senegal won it, did you not see the kind of progress they made? And they went back, built state-of-the-art stadium. And look at the players that have come out of Senegal. Even Cote d'Ivoire, we can say, oh, they did it with a bit of luck, but they had a roadmap for their football just before the AFCON. There's something it does for you when you want to host a big tournament. It makes you must prepare. Look at East Africa. You'll be shocked now what Tanzania, Kenya, Uganda, because they are hosting the next AFCON, and them hosting the CHAN has done something to them mentally, and it needs to rub off. They're near South Africa. They have to see what South Africa is doing. So I don't know how to explain it. I don't know. Yeah. I see you, Emmy. I see the comments. Look, some of us will be there. We finish TV shows, we get phone calls. So we do live, we get phone calls. Probably today. As I said, I've been doing this since 2007. So you should know that, yeah, OG for the game. Yeah, I see Morocco making waves. I see them too. Taiwo Konade, thanks so much. In as much as the squad list is questionable with mediocre players and released already, we just have to support them and pray Eric Shell can strategize a proper system of play. Yeah, remember when the list was released, I said it that the good thing is 85% of the players are guys that are already in the team. So we can't just jump up and say, oh, it's not a new team. Your Stanley Nwabali is still there. Your Calvin Bassey is still there. Your Zaidu Sanusi, your Bright Osayi-Samuel, your Bruno Onyemachi, they are still there. The defenders that we know, your Chidozie Awaziem is still there. The only new defender that is joining is Ryan Alebioshu. So it's still your same team that you know. Your midfielders, your Ndidi is still there. Your Alex Iwobi is still there. Your Frank Onyeka is still there. So even go forward. All the names that are there, they are old names. So Eric Shell, just as you said, needs to find a system that will work for the team. Taiwo Konade. My only worries is that we look lost without Victor Osimhen on the pitch. Yeah, it's a shame. That is what football by design will not give you. You see what I'm saying? That's what football by design will correct. Yeah. So we have to change that. I told you the person I met, no this, no that, no Pogba, no Nkunku, no this one, no that. And the French team still went to the final. Because they play purposeful football. You know, properly planned football. Yeah. That's it. So such a shame that Nigeria DR Congo match. As soon as Victor Osimhen left, the team was in the wilderness straight. Nothing was happening. It shouldn't be happening in Nigeria. 94, Kocha they sit down for bench. As good as look how bad it was. He couldn't make that team. I think it's joke. Talents full everywhere. Talents they bleed. For Kocha misbehaves, Thompson only are straight. Siasia was not a regular. As good as it was. You see bench, you see players. Efani Koku was hot at Wimbledon at the time. You know they start. You know see match play for Super Eagles. You playing, are you joking? Look at football today. That one man will be sweating. Cannot play football. Yeah. I played Milo basketball competition in Ilorin back in high school. My twin bro played Principal's Cup football. Lots of talents then, but now the grassroots competition no more. Even the private organizations are scared of putting money into it because of terrible leadership, poor accountability, no transparency. It's a big problem. Osayi Peters, watching from Cote d'Ivoire, you're doing an awesome job. Thanks so much, Osayi. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your comments. Don't forget to follow the page. I see you watching from Facebook. If you have the time also, I think it's better if you can join on YouTube. YouTube gives you an opportunity to see all those video highlights I'm playing, get to, watch the interviews when I see them and all of that. And you can also be part of it. I can actually bring you on to talk about it. If you want to say something about everything that I've talked about, drop in the comment section. I want to come on. I'm going to send the link and you can join so we can have that conversation. See what I was saying? Carmela Knight. So you're trying to convince us that Usman was invited based off on what he did in 2018, not based on his current form, when there are very good players out there and I don't get shame at all. And people say they don't know him. I'm not saying because he dribbled people in 2018, that's why they called him now, or that's why they should call him now. So people say they don't know him. A lot of people don't know. Not everybody knows players and what they're doing. And we've seen it. I gave an example in 2018, Carmela Knight. Our football was struggling. We were the people that helped us to qualify for the World Cup. Where were they playing? Where was Odion Igalo playing football? China. Where was Mikel Obi playing football? China. At that time. They are professional footballers. People would have just said, okay, they play for China, no call them. What is Chinese league? Yes, now. You guy plays his football in Israel. And Israel is decent. They've got Maccabi Haifa, they've got Maccabi Tel Aviv, they've got Vincent Yaman played in Israel. John Ogbu played in Israel. We've got a lot of football. I think Yakubu Aigbeni also played in Israel. So that's what I'm saying. So the guy said he didn't know him, and I said, okay, this is part of the things the guy did that put him out there. Duke Chinundu, yeah, that's really brilliant. I'm sure that was after you saw the video. There's a read 9053 proudly, Austin sir. I'm watching from Sweden. Thanks for what you do. I pray we win this AFCON, but I'm not too optimistic. Thank you so much. I appreciate the love and I understand your cynicism. But Zeni, it's gonna take time. Get combination play for Nigerian new players mix it don't make sense. That's why I said Nigeria can't win AFCON. Yeah. It's not take it long. Yeah, it's building. That's why I said we have to play football by design, not this one that we're doing. Idara Okon. That's my brother or sister right there. Welcome. NFF should wake up and build what is needed to be built for the players to function well. Yeah, that's the first charge. NFF, wake up. You're sleeping. Wake up. Start doing what you need to do. I agree. Idara went on say players full everywhere for us to get joy that we need. Yeah. But they are not building. Jim Otaed is back with his plenty emojis. I see Cote d'Ivoire, I see AFCON trophy, I see medal, Nigeria, Cote d'Ivoire, Nigeria, Cote d'Ivoire, Nigeria, Cote d'Ivoire. Thanks so much, Jim Otaed, for your comments. TikTok, my TikTok guys, how are we doing? Praise D, I know see Benjamin Fredericks on this. Benjamin Fredericks is injured. After the playoffs, he got injured. This surgery is recovering. So we don't have Benjamin Fredericks, yeah. Let me see if we got updates from the camp of the Super Eagles, and then we wrap it up. Yeah. But when I go over the live stream, I'll be right there in the comment section. So this video will drop. We can continue right there. And then the video that I did, that is comprehensive. You can go check it out on my channel. In fact, let me see if I can drop the video for you guys to jump right into it. Let me see. I'm going to take a few more comments and then we go. Paul and Wemi, can we win the Nations Cup with the midfield of Iwobi and Ndidi? Because I don't see us setting up better than we did at the playoff. Iwobi and Ndidi. I think if Iwobi isn't doing well, the coach should be bold enough to say you sit on the bench. I don't know why they are not doing that. I think if he's not doing well, you tweak it. Iwobi cannot keep having bad days and you leave him on. No, it's not. That's why I keep saying it. Anybody can come for me. Raphael Onyedika is our best midfielder. Why the guy is not playing, I do not get it. I do not get it. And he's not a bad player. He's not a bad player. He's the only midfielder that plays in the UEFA Champions League. The only Nigerian midfielder. Why are we not playing Raphael Onyedika? Find a way to play him. Find a way to play him. You have Raphael Onyedika. You have Wilfred Ndidi. You have Frank the Tankman. There's Ebenezer Akinsanmiro, who is very decent and comes with a lot of versatility. If Iwobi isn't meeting the function, then you put him on the bench. He has been playing regular football for Nigeria since 2015. He has 92 caps. That's not small. Now you should be showing work. You should be playing prime football. If he's not giving that, put him on the bench. That's my problem with our coaches. Pizarro did the same. I don't want to get angry, please. Man. Yeah, that's a good comment, Paul. Thanks so much. That's Nigeria for you. I don't know what's going on. So I've been scrolling the list of players, in the squad, the players in the squad for Nigeria's 2025 Africa Cup of Nations. So that's for watching on YouTube. That's what you're seeing. I'm just going to switch now to the updates that I gave you at the start, the Super Eagles camp updates as we get ready to go. I told you that the camp opened on Sunday, December the 14th at the Renaissance Hotels in Cairo, Egypt. The first guy that popped into camp is the guy y'all think that, he's done, he's not supposed to be in the team. He said, I'll prove them wrong. What are they talking about? That's your man right there. Francis Uzoho. He was the first to get into camp. He's 27 years old, comes with a lot of experience. Nigeria football, plays his club football with Omonia FC in Cyprus. Yeah, so that's it. King Tife, thanks so much for joining. King Tife shows me love on TikTok. I see you. What about Aribo? Why are we not inviting him? A lot of people, the guy had a 54-man provisional list. Duro Simi is another player that people are saying, why is Duro Simi not in the team? Philip Otele is another fantastic player that people are asking questions, which was why I criticized Coach Eric Shell, what are we doing with a provisional list? Because there will be people you will not call in that list that everybody will start fighting. Even Peter Agba, people thought Peter Agba has done enough to be part of the team. Just give us the list. Give us the list. You want to put 3 or 5 names on standby. I'm okay with that. We can go and release 54-man list for what? When you need just 28. Why were you releasing 50? So that's the problem. That is the problem. So yeah, the camp opened. Francis Uzoho was the first to get there. And after Francis Uzoho, Stanley Nwabali also joined to say, Francis Uzoho, I see what you did there. I'm not letting you. I'm the first choice goalkeeper. I am the first choice goalkeeper. For you to be getting to camp early, I know what you're trying to do. And so Nwabali became the second player to reach the camp of the Super Eagles. In your picture, if you're watching on YouTube and Facebook, that's Coach Eric Shell when he got to the hotel in Cairo, Egypt, looking calm. I like him, gentle guy, young, plays with the players in a very respectable way. That's Francis Uzoho when he touched down, you know. So the prize for the early bird award goes to Francis Uzoho. So that was Uzoho saying, you guys, I'm back. And I'm back for good, yeah. So I've checked, no new updates. So wait to see when it gets in. I'll tell you. Yeah. So that's about it. No updates. Let's leave it at that. I'll just read comments and I'll wrap it up. Show you more players that got to camp. We have 11 players camp already, and I told you that the first training session will happen today, 8 p.m. local time at the Cairo International Stadium. I need to bring up this one, then we will wrap it up. Let me see if I can find it. It's the practice match against Egypt. We play tomorrow. Not anything serious, but hey, it's good tune up. I only just like the fact that the players are really taking it serious. I'm really shocked that we have this number of players already in camp. You know, as someone is saying, I should talk about the 5 new players invited to the squad. You guys follow my live stream. I've been doing this thing. I've been talking about it, but yeah, I understand some people, but I'll just run through it. I told you I'm your guy. If you did for me, I will do for you. I'm your guy. Let me see. So that's Semi Ajayi, Igho Ogbu right there. But bright Osayi-Samuel, your picture, and Tochukwu Nnadi. So yeah, the players are right there in Cairo. Very good, 2025. So yeah, that's what's up. It's now 7 more days to go to the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations. Group A, we got Morocco, Mali, Zambia, Comoros. In Group B, there's Egypt, South Africa, Angola, Zimbabwe. Group C, the Super Eagles of Nigeria, the Cranes, the Carthage Eagles of Tunisia, the Cranes of Uganda, and the Taifa Stars of Tanzania. In Group D, what's wrong with my system? It's the really minutes. Wait to come. Yeah. I see everybody watching. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I see my people on TikTok. They're on fire with their comments. Right after I end this live stream on YouTube and Facebook, I'm going to still give my TikTok people about 10 minutes just to appreciate you guys. I feel your love. You guys are like, but you need to like the page. TikTok people, let's take the likes to 20. Let's take the likes to 20K TikTok people, just so it doesn't get inactive and then I lose you guys before I come. I don't want to lose. So let's bump up the likes as we try to wrap it up on YouTube. I'm just trying to get a picture out for the confirmation of that friendly, and then that will be it. I still see people saying that I'm justifying, what's his name, call up to the squad. No, Mohamed Usman. Look, if the coach, who is a core professional, thinks that Mohamed Usman can be part of the team, there's nothing I can do. It's not about what I say. I'm only just giving you his footballing details. Yeah, because next thing I saw, I was like, Austin is the agent of Mohamed Usman. No, I've never met him. I only just report him, and if the coach believes that 31, sort of midfield play he does, he can fit into the team, all we can do is just support him. I think that's all we can do. We can criticize whoever the coach has called and all of that. I've given you example of what happened in 2013. Sunday Umba was criticized. Godfrey Obwabona was criticized. Kenneth Omeruo was criticized. We came at them, but they eventually became the people that we praised at the end. So, guys, whenever we see these sort of things, I understand you guys as fans. You can do your criticism, you can question, you can call, but I will only report and I will speak based on facts. So, for instance, if I know that this guy is somebody who shouldn't be in the team, or there's one way or the other that I got into it, then by all means I'm going to say it. But I cannot just come out and say, no, he shouldn't have been part of the team. Why did they call him? Why did they because he's played football late? Why is he now? I won't do that. I'm sorry. So I just want to clear down this conception that you guys are saying. So now that's what's up next for the Super Eagles, that practice match I talked about, Nigeria versus Egypt at the Cairo Stadium, 16th December 2025. And the Super Eagles tag for this AFCON is still let's do it again. That's it right there. Can they do it again? Can the Super Eagles win this Africa Cup of Nations? That's the question I'll be asking until January the 18th, if they win it eventually, But that is my call to action. And I've been dropping it. Let me drop it again for you guys to see. Super Eagles camp updates. Can the team win the tournament in Morocco? Tell me. Thanks so much to everyone liking the live. Thanks so much. Thank you, Aero King. Thank you, Tina. Thank you, Mali, for the follow. I see all of you guys. Follow me. Turn on notifications. I promise you sports, entertainment, and so much more. Yeah. That's what I do right here. So for today, I just wanted to come on. I haven't done the live stream in the morning, because I've been missing for 2 days. I said, make I come show love to my people. Let me come check on my people, and tell them what's going on with the Super Eagles as they prepare for the 35th edition of the Africa Cup of Nations. Morocco will be hosting. Nigeria will be aiming to win the trophy for a record fourth time. They won it 3 times. The first time was in 1980. The second time was in 1994. And then the last time they did was in 2013. Can you believe it? The last time Nigeria won the AFCON was 2013. People remember what happened to me in 2013. This is 2025. We need to wake up with our football. We need to wake up. Stop playing. Stop the joke. That's why we will continue to hold those who are responsible for our football accountable. Keep talking to them. And it's not just the Super Eagles. I say we must play football by design. Look at the Super Falcons. Up next for them is the WAFCON, which serves as qualifiers for the World Cup. No friendlies, no nothing. Nobody is talking about the women. Yeah, we expect that they will win now. They'll go and win. Are they not defending champions? They won the record 10 times. You see that wuru to the answer. That's what we have to stop. And women's football in Africa is getting tough now. There are no small teams. Look at what Botswana did the last time. Look at what Kenya is doing with their women's league. People are developing. Now there is South Africa in there to push us. There is Morocco in there to push. Even Algeria had a good WAFCON the last time. Ghana had a good WAFCON. They won bronze. And Ghana, they've been busy. Ghana played the England women's team in a big friendly. We are just there, doing nothing. Someone will tell me that Austin is just trying to pull us down. I will continue to hold you accountable. We did not beg you to come and serve Nigeria football. If you lack the capacity, get out. It's as simple as that. What you sow, you reap. So yeah, for those of you who are just joining, unfortunately, it's time to start wrapping it up. So let me put this up there so you see that's Nigeria's Super Eagles squad for the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations. 28 players, just in case you don't see somebody you know in there. These are the guys that Coach Eric Shaw believes can get the job done for him at the competition. 3 more comments and we're out on YouTube and Facebook, and I'll face my guys on TikTok who's been so loving, admirable, and caring. They've been taking care of the live stream and I appreciate all of them. That's why I took Paul's comments. Let me take this comment from Facebook. Your name had me small, so let me stay with Wilson. Our problem is too many commentators in Nigeria, people who know the job more than the coach. You don't blame them. The people know their football. Like me, I'm a broadcaster, but I like listening to the fans because in their own way, they know their football. But yeah, you see, maybe because people feel that there is too much interference, that the coach isn't operating freely the way he should. That's why they criticize and they call out, certain persons in the Nigeria Football Federation. But I really get your comment. Thanks so much. Adegoke Usman. Hi, hello, Adegoke. You're joining late. I've been here for an hour, almost an hour, 30 minutes. So I'm getting ready to leave. I desire, bro, I wish Victor Osimhen can be made the captain. And the problem with Nigeria football is midfielder, someone who can play box to box and link the midfield and the attack on and the defense. That's all. Oh my God. I will just comment on this and I'll wrap it. So leadership is very tricky. Leadership is tricky. I'm not saying Osimhen cannot be the captain of the Super Eagles, because that's the next thing somebody will go and say now. I'm saying it's tricky. Check why most times clubs, countries give goalkeepers or defenders the captain ban. And check. They see the game, they read the game, they understand leadership, they can carry the team along. Check the weight of expectation on strikers when they are captain. It suppresses them. It's not good on them most times. Go and check. Sometimes they become so hard on themselves. If they don't score and the team don't win, they blame themselves, they think they are the problem, they are all of that. So yeah, if you check most times, goalkeepers make better captains. Goalkeepers. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see who Coach Eric Shaw will give his captain back. But at the moment, people feel Wilfred Ndidi has done a good job with it. And with your box-to-box talk, that's a role Alex Iwobi can easily box. But Alex Iwobi doesn't give us that fire. I don't know. Wilfred Ndidi can play good CM football. Yeah, you saw him against Gabon. He did the switch. Sometimes he's attacking. Sometimes he's behind. Gave Victor Osimhen that lovely pass. If Osimhen had scored that goal, would have won that game 2-1. No problem. We came extra time. He gave that lovely pass to Chidera Ejuke. That Chidera Ejuke scored. He was fantastic in that game against Gabon. But you see, football is not an individual sport. The entire team must be doing well for you to see the glory. Yeah. That's it. No more comments. I promise, no more comments. I gotta go. So yeah, thanks so much, my people on Facebook, my people on YouTube. I appreciate the love when you guys see me just pop up and start supporting me. I appreciate. We're counting down to the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations. 7 more days to go. 7. Don't forget, I told you I'll be right there in Fairs to report everything that will be happening. So stay right here. Don't lose me. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Like this video. Turn on notifications. I'm your boy, Proudly Austin. I will come back between 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. because I'm like that, But I'll be back this evening to give you more updates. More players will have arrived at the camp of the Super Eagles. They would have done their training. Maybe I should wait for them to finish the training so I can just talk about everything. I think that's what I'll do. We'll get videos, we'll get reactions, and then we'll put it out there. So yeah, I'll be back again tonight. Tell you what's happening the camp of Super Eagles. We're getting ready. We're counting down. I'll see you guys around again. That's it.